computer. If I have to admit anyone else, I think we're set.
Did you pin it?
I did.
Okay, good job.
All right. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, I'm alive. Okay. Game face. I got this. All right. So tonight we're going to be going over Osotogari, Harai, and escaping side control. And I feel like that camera was better placed this afternoon. That's just shit. All right. There we go. And you guys can just deal with it. Fuck you. All right, it's the other camera. Okay. All right. So I found out today this gives us more space and better lighting. Okay. So just to start off with, we're going to be finding our base from over, under, and 50-50 and a pummeling drill. And we're going to deal with if the hand gets stuck. Then we're going to go over a couple of throws from there. Okay. So can I get you standing on this side, please? Okay. So when we find our base, as always, the base for this is not going to be neutral with weight in the toes, but we're not pushing a car up a hill, because that means we're shit side to side. We need to be in the middle of both of those, okay? So just quickly, I'm going to do a base test. So let's do a neutral base test to start with. I'd like you to face the camera. I want you to find a neutral base. Yes, okay. So from here, I want your shoulders to roll, yet the opposite of what you think, right. Always. So at any point in time you try and find base, have like the worst posture ever, okay? Nice and sunk and relaxed. So let your lower back give way too. Yes, because I can see, yes, perfect. Now, I want you to lean forward a little bit more. Oh, yes, good. Now pause here. I want you to feel a connection from your right foot to your left shoulder. And even start to push from your right foot to your left shoulder. So give me a bit of a push. Yep. Yes. That's not bad. Okay. I'll try the other side. Okay. Never let those spears tip. Yes, that's very good. Okay. Now, if I grab from behind, you know what to do? I want you to find a chair. So start to sit your butt back. Now pause. Don't sit down. Sit back to this noise. Yes, that's very good. Now, if I start to pull the head forward, you're going to push your left hip bone into me. So start to push the hip and pull the head back. Yes, you feel that. Yes. Perfect. Okay. Neutral base test. Check. We're good. Let's move on to fighting base. So space me. I want you to find a fighting base. Perfect. Good. I want your legs to be a little bit wider. That's good. Hold your hands up. Knuckles in the eye line. Very good. Pause where you are. Start to sink your butt back like you're looking for a chair. Nice. Don't let the spears tip. Yes, I'm happy with that. Okay, so when we're fighting a fighting base, that means over under. That means base out. That means everything. Fighting base, a 4-point base, a moving base is what we're dealing with tonight. So now, if we start with one arm under, one arm over, from here, find your base. Perfect. The arm that's forward is the leg that's forward forever and ever and ever. Okay? Now from here, when you pummel, so swap hands. Yes, you always swap feet. Yes. Yes. Good. Keep going. Yes. 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 Pause. Right now, your hips pointing this way. Nothing wrong with it. Call your friend on it. Whoever you're pummeling with, if they're pummeling, they're fighting this guy. They need to be fighting this guy. Okay? So one more time. There we go. There we go. Pause. That's very neutral. Okay. So when we're stepping, remember, neutral is back here. Fighting is forward. Okay? So I always need you guys to be kind of sort of pushing a car up the hill, but you don't know if it's going to swerve left and right. Okay? Again, find your fighting base. So swap legs. No, sorry. Perfect. Turn your hip bones towards me and roll your shoulder into me. Good. Now slow motion, switch this. Good. Point your hips at me. Yes. Good. Good. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So when you're doing this with your partner, ways to check your partner, look down at their feet. If their feet are in line with each other, they only have base side to side, not back and forth. If their feet are narrow, that means their hips are pointed this way, and they're fighting Elisa. We'll fight Elisa. She's taking pictures. We want to be here in the middle. Your head between your legs. Not too far back, not too far forward. Okay, now that we've done that, let's go over the idea of separating or freeing the hand. So I'll get you to stand over here, please, a little bit closer to the camera. Pause. Now, from here, if my arm is trapped, let's turn this way. I want you to C-clamp my tricep. Yes. Pinch your elbow tight to your hip bone. Yes. Now I can't pull back and I can't reach down. You feel that. Okay, now put it in an overhook again. So yeah, like that. Everything's kind of free, right? An overhook is good for shifting angles. Right now, you want to stop my arm from getting pulled out. So C-clamp, yes. Elbow pinch. If your elbow is wide, my hand can just come out. Okay? So from here, you're always pinching that elbow and you're always C-clamping on the end of the triceps. So look at this. Here, I can't pull. Here, I can't reach. Okay? That's what we want for now. Now, if I need to get this hand free for anything, I'm just going to give him a thumbs down. And it slips. Okay? So what we're going to go over tonight, when the hand goes down, a door opens. All right? So that means he can go to my back. All right? He can take my back, but it's actually a trap. It's always a trap. From here, when this hand comes down, we're going to pause here for now. He's not taking the bait. He's straight on. And now I've got a whole bunch of different throws because of where I am. Okay? So the first thing first, what I want to do is I want to anchor his weight. So his forward leg. Let's imagine C-clamp on the tricep. And I'm going to monkey grip here high on the elbow, the other elbow, the shoulder elbow. From here, I'm going to hang heavy. Yes. Can you feel your right foot?
Yeah.
It's pretty heavy, right?
Yeah.
Take your right foot off the ground. It's a stomping motion, isn't it?
Yeah.
Take your right foot off the ground. Test your base with your partner. What I don't want is this. I don't want your nose before your toes. I want you here, and I want you to hang off of the arm and go, mine. Heavy. Take that right foot off the ground. It's a pain. Yeah, that's our takedown. Hang on, gotta get it somebody. That's gonna be our takedown. Can you change the thing to where it emits them automatically? You can be on the camera.
Don't you dare.
Be in the blooper reel.
You got the best socks on.
Oh, yeah. I bought her a whole bunch of Halloween kid socks, and she was like, "You're never gonna fit." That's all she wears. Halloween kid socks. Right. Again. So you're gonna test this with me, and I want you to turn on this stuff. This pause here. From here,
yeah.
I'm holding your arm nice and tight. I want you to give me a thumbs down and slip the hand perfect. I want you to hold on nice and tight with that C-clamp. And I want you to hold on to the shoulder. Good. Then take out all the slack. Very good. Keep your base. So don't let your nose go before you. Yes. Good. Now I want you to put as much weight into my right foot as possible. Yes. That should not be able to lift properly. Right. That's 100% correct. Good. Okay. So normally when you hear the words Osotogari, it involves a gi and this motion. Okay. This motion. You're kicking someone over your leg. Is the I've seen a ton of crown dog. Oh boy. It's just like as big a kick as possible. No, you don't have to kick to get the takedown. What you need to do is put a whole bunch of weight in that leg so they don't just get to step over your leg. Okay? So let's do that one more time. Let's face the camera this way. Pause here. I'm here, I'm in my base, C-clamp, elbow pinch. My hand slips, it's free, I'm anchored on the arm. I'm not over committing, I'm not under committing. When I'm here, if I was to take a step across with my leg, it looks like a Osotogari. Ah. Now if I kick my leg back really hard, push really hard, yeah, just take a step off my leg. Well, shit. So every time I do this, just take a step off my leg. Ah, shit. What I need to do is I need to make sure he can't step off of my leg. So right now, you're going to do a bit of a test for me, okay? Step off of my leg. Don't ever be nice to me. Step off of my leg. Yes. If you can step, I want you to step, okay? Yes. Good. That's what we're looking for, okay? I want them weighed and anchored in that leg so much that you walk through them. You're not looking to throw them so much as walk through and down, okay? One more time on this angle. Just as a dance move, starting with your partner, C-clamp on the tricep. Free your hand. When the hand comes through, you can do the test a couple of times. What I want you to test next is heavy. And when I step, if he can step off, he wins. If he can step off, That's what I'm looking for, okay? I want you to step and turn your body, okay? So I'm not throwing with my arms. I'm making it part of my body. I'm adding weight. And now from here, I'm just gonna roll my shoulder until he comes down, okay? Now we'll add on to that. From here, hand slips, nice and heavy, rolling the shoulder right away to cut out the slack. If the arm is still here, we have a nice self-defensive arm lock. Chances are this person's gonna freak right out. Go right into the mouth. You're fine. Take your time. You wanna give it a go? Good. We'll do a bit of a test. Good. Let's see if we can get that arm out. Yes. Good. Pause here. Heavy. Take a step across. Perfect. All right. So one of the best ways that you can do that, now, the moment the leg lifts, add weight. I want you to test and see if the leg lifts easily. If the partner does a big stomp, you're doing something right. But a common mistake is people will get here, they'll do this stuff, and the moment they go to step, their weight comes up, okay? So pay attention to me just quickly. Pay attention to me. When I'm here, I'm hanging. How's that leg feel? How's that leg feel? So when I step, you feel that.
Yeah.
I want you guys to step. Yes, you feel that. Yep. Your weight is going down forever. Connect it, go down.
It's just not like.
No, never. So you're gonna get heavy. So free up that arm.
Yeah.
Boom. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Now step through heavy. Yes. Yes. That's perfect. Okay. So that is the Osotogari. Let's add on to that. What happens if I move my arm out of the way, 9 times out of 10 people are gonna go running through that. Okay? So here's a couple of tricks you do. Can you stand right here, please? When my hand slips, as I'm anchoring, there's 2 things that can happen. My shoulder can go under, it can go over, okay? When I go to that anchor point, either he's tall and he's coming over my shoulder, yes, or he's low, he's underneath my shoulder, okay? So your job, just keep your shoulder in the way, all right? Now when he goes to my back, pause. See how you're not fully there? It doesn't matter, okay? He doesn't have to be straight on to achieve this throw. I'll get you right here with me, and you're gonna start to go to my back in different increments. Turn with me, please. Pause. From here, heavy. Now, are you on my back?
Nope.
It feels back-ish. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Pause. From here, I don't have to do anything. The same throw is applicable, okay? So you can still do the Osotogari even if they're almost to your back, okay? So one more time. I'm here, my shoulder's rolled and in the way. When he goes to my back, fine. Still doing the same takedown. Everything is predicated on that connection and weight. Now, the next step, what happens if he goes to the back? Harai. Okay, you go for a break fall? Yeah, okay. So slow motion, I free, and he runs around to my back, pause. This is great. I'm gonna take a setup step, my leg comes across. Now from here, I'm gonna extend my leg, reach to the ground. Perfect. Take you on this angle, please. Just here. Practice with your partner, free the hand, they come around the back. Now, that's a little too far for me to go hunting. If I had to step and step and step, that's more steps than I need. I can just step and step. Okay, one more time. Practice this with your partner and see if you can get a bit of lift with the hip. Let's talk about that just quickly. Get you on this side, please. When you free your hand, your partner comes around back, pause. From here, set up step, okay? So your far leg to the grip is gonna take a step across. Now from here, it's your thigh. I'm not curling or doing anything weird. What I'm doing is I'm leaning his nose before his toes, okay? I'm gonna start to straighten out my leg, and I'm not gonna throw him, like stay with me. I just give him a pop in the air, boom. Get a feel for that a couple of times. Once you pop him in the air a couple of times, a little boop, turn your shoulder to the mat. Boop. That's what we're looking for, okay? I want you guys to practice doing that without the throw a few times, then nail the throw. Let's do that without the throw. Good. Your hand slips through.
Okay.
Perfect. Pause here. We're going to go around to the back. Now from here, step across. Good. Leg is just there, and I want you to just pick me up. That's all. Yes. Perfect. Let's turn to the camera and head again. Yeah, even better. Just here is fine. Just on the hip. You don't have to go too far. So go ahead and hold. Yes, lean your nose and start to kick your right leg back. So a little bit of a lift. Yes. Nothing wrong with that. All right. Now you're gonna launch one. Okay. Let's go on this side. Just here. And hand freeze. I say fine, and you say, whoop. That was very good. All right. Okay. So we've got Osotogari, hanging, step. Osotogari, if they're off into the side, there's no reason to try and turn your back. Step off into the side. They're on your back. Set up, step. Okay. Okay. Now, if they go over your shoulder, little add-on. If I'm here and he goes to my back and he's over my shoulder, fine. Just gonna be side on. Okay. So feel free, if they're over the shoulder, just take them over the shoulder. You don't have to use your leg as support and your shoulder as a throw. Now it's just dropping to the knees between the legs. Try and sit below them so that their nose is going before your toes. Tuck your chin, let them fall. Okay? When you do this, your partner should be tucking their chin and ready for a front break fall. Can you do that? Yeah. Start here. Perfect. You slip the arm. Pause here, let your shoulder drop. I'm taller than you. Yeah. Cool. Drop to your knees between my legs. Pause. That's all right. You didn't see it. What I'm doing is this. I want you to stand up this. Stay exactly where you are. Spread your legs a little bit wider. What I want is this. Okay? So, pause. Yes. See how your nose is going before your toes? Yeah. So, when you do this, stay where you are. Yeah. You're around my back. Yeah. Okay. Slow motion. Yeah. Slow motion. Slow motion. Let your shoulder go. Yes. From here, drop to your knees. Yes. Yes. Perfect. That's good. That is known as a drop side angle. Okay? And a standing side angle, but I'm also lazy. Okay? If I can drop, that's half of the job for me. So you can do a twisting one as well. A whole bunch of cool things you can add on later. For now, just understand his nose went before his toes, taking that way. I know there's one that I want to add on as well. Let's see if I can. Oh, yeah. Okay. So take a bit of a step. Good. If this leg is close, you can always collect the leg. Okay, we've gone over that a few times. But now, my hand is free. The leg is close. Another fun one that you can do is anchor the leg with your arms. Okay? So what we were doing was just anchoring onto the arm. What we're going to do now is anchor the arm and the leg. Don't know the name of this. I'm sure it has a really cool name. I call it the lawnmower because I'm just going to yank it like I used to start my shitty lawnmower. So from here, when my hand slips, if I can touch the leg and he's not moving it because he's heavy, like stand up, it should be heavy. Now, if I'm here, just move your leg. Okay, come back. Move your leg. You feel that. Yep. My weight's already leaning. His only post is his leg there. Okay? His arm is trapped in, the leg is there. If our weight's in the correct spot, you can test this with your partner. Just walk away. Okay? So one more time. 50-50. When I'm here, my hand slips, and as it slips, I'll grab the leg. Now there's three things that are going to happen. One, he's anchored and he can't move. Two, he steps back. Three, he goes to my back. Ah, okay. Every single one of those has a great answer. Okay? So number one, the great answer is, that's mine now. Notice that my weight is leaning into my left leg, and that his left foot should be able to tap the ground. Tap the ground with your left foot. Yeah, good. Tap the ground with your right foot. It's not a thing, is it? Yeah. So when I'm here, I'm not doing this. I'm here. I'm just leaning. I get out of his way. Okay? Number one. Number two, when I do this motion, I touch the leg and he takes a step back, pause. Where's your base? No, step back. Yeah. Where's your base? It's a big empty hole. Keep taking it. Okay. And number three, Okay? If he steps back in, Osotogari. So everything that I do, if I do this, he doesn't move, I got him. He moves, I got him. But he steps back in, I'm fine. You can just start to mix all of those things up. Just have a little play between the four of those. He's going down. Okay. How do you feel about that?
All right, that's great.
Okay, that's a whole lot to play with. Where's the timer? I need a clock. Let me check.
Helps.
Yeah. Ooh, we got 10 minutes. Sure. So, just as a quick set list, when we play with over-unders, it's very important that you understand the fundamentals as well. Because right now, if we're an over-under, stay where you are in base. Can I get to your hip bones? I can't get to the tailbone. It's not a thing. Stand up straight. Can I get to that? Fundamentals. If I can get to his tailbone, I have a body full takedown, right? If he cuts an angle, I have a leg hook takedown. I have a valley drop. I have a hip throw. I have, because this guy decided to cut an angle. Come back, please. So, any point in time you're here with your partner and you're pummeling, yes. Yes. If you can get to their tailbone, do it. Okay? Keep them honest. If you can get to my tailbone, get my tailbone. Not happening, is it?
No.
Keep going. Keep going. Yes. Okay. All I do is this. Remember my base? My nose is before my toes. Where's my base? It's not very good. Okay? So you're taking advantage of understanding base rather than I'm gonna do a thing I saw on YouTube one day. Takedowns. Don't do that. Understand the nose goes before the toes, he's going that way. He's committing to something. He's committing to something. Right, make sense? Yeah. Okay, more takedowns. So I'm here. Another one that I love doing, when my arm comes free right now, I always have options. Okay? This is an option, this is an option, this is an option. Whole bunch of different things. Okay? If he takes a big step back, perfect, pause where you are. That nose is very far before the toes. Okay, I think I did this with Andrew in an advanced class. I want you to put your right hand flat on my back. Okay, keep it there nice and flat. Upper back's fine. Yeah, you're fine. Just don't have your fingers going out. Okay. Hand to the ceiling. I give up on life. It's a very smooth approach. Okay, so not sure what the name on that one is. I call that a very lazy sign up, flop sign up. Okay. The worst part about my upbringing, I never had like a coach that coaching. I had like 500 different coaches. They're like, I'll fucking call this thing. It's the thing with the arm and the leg. Fuck it. Get creative. And then you work with actual judo guys and they give the technical name, and I don't remember that to save my fucking life. So your mom's a Nagi. I don't know. A whole bunch of names. Okay? You can go full John Donahue and name everything Japanese. Help yourself. I'm not gonna remember shit. I'm doing an A Bravo. That's a triple decker pecker. I'm gonna do the triple decker pecker. I touch the leg, he steps back, up in, triple decker pecker all the way. It's one of my favorite throws. Okay? So let's do that one last time. You're gonna do this again. Pause here. My hand slips, it touches the leg, he steps back and he opens a door. Yes, I can do a drop side leg, or I can be very lazy. Okay? What's gonna happen is I'm gonna reach for the ceiling. But I'm gonna put my butt between his legs and I'm gonna lay down. So stay standing for me, please. Here. I'm laying like this. And my arm says, fuck. Okay? So you want your butt between the legs. Ready? My leg follows my arm and says, fuck you. Very smooth throw. Okay? The trick is you only get to have it if they have no base. You don't get to just do things, okay? You won't get in more trouble. Sure. All right, fuck it. I'll die. Yeah. All right, pause here. Slip the hand. Yes, touch the leg. The moment you touch the leg, so pause. You haven't gotten to do this one, have you? No. Okay. Anchor onto that. So it's a monkey grip holding the tendons, not the pants. Okay. And I want you to lean your weight into your left leg. Yes, pause. Look at the camera. No, keep doing it. Pause here. Look at the camera. Yep. See, I can tap this foot. Yes. And I can't tap this one. Right. I want you to take a big step back with your left leg and pull. Yep. That would. Okay. Okay. Just a little bit of arm lock again as well. Okay. Pause here. Hand slips, grabs the leg. Now from here, lean your weight. There's no coming back for me. Either I'm doing this or I'm doing this. Now, pinch your elbow to your hip. And I want you to pull that elbow and hip back when you step back with your left leg. There's the arm lock. Let's do the flop time just quickly. And then I'll show the arm lock before we get into side control. Okay? So from here, the arm slips. Pause here. I want this to be punching the ceiling. So what you're going to do is you're going to clear the road by touching my leg. Okay. When I step back, you're going to feel that space. So what I want you to do, your arm reaches for the ceiling, your leg follows your arm, and I want you to sit your butt towards this noise. Okay? Okay? Slow motion, you're fine. 100% you nailed that. That was really good, dude.
Thank you.
Try again. Shit. Okay? Never. Fuck. That was great. Awesome. Thank you. No one ever gets that on the first time. Anybody in my club who's watching that, get your shit together. Nailed it. All right.
Fuck up plenty of others.
Okay, so I'm happy with that. You got some extras. So we did Osotogari. All right? Fuck it. Osotogari. I got you. All right? Lawnmower, because I can't come up with a cool name. He steps out of the way. Negative drop. There's a negative space, and I'm going to drop him in. Can't come up with a cool name. If you know the names, let me know. Also from there, fine, I'll fill the space. Flop side out here. Okay? Laziest takedown I know. Also, no, technically it's actually my laziest one. I'm not even teaching that one. This one, just so you can see, this is 9 times out of 10 how I'm going to take someone down. Fuck it. Oh, you have no idea how often. Jesus Christ. If you control the torso, the fight's done. That's the hardest part. Getting to the torso is the hard part. Because everybody's doing this. Yeah, we're doing this for some reason. Stop it. I like to do this. I find my base and I read with my hands. The moment he touches my hands, self-defense. Holy crap. Come back this way and we're going to talk about fundamentals. Ball's here. Grab my wrist. I don't like this. No, no, no. Basic self-defense. Okay, grab my wrist. Pause. That's your entry for over under. Okay? You don't have to go right. And go to the fucking next. Any point in time that you put something in front of you, when they touch it, pumps. You don't even have to grab seat clamps. Just put a monkey grip here. Whatever you want. Get a seat clamp on the tricep. Whatever you're doing, it's literally just going to be that motion. Yes. Hold the wrist. It's just going to be that motion. Okay? You don't have to overthink this. If he's grabbing onto my wrist, it can still be that motion. Okay? Just little wrist releases. Then you can like go full Billy Robinson on how you hurt somebody. It's fairly easy to manipulate people's movements by holding on. He's coming this way. All right, whatever. I'm off on the tangent. So you're saying I go off on a tangent, y'all. Yeah. Oh, wait.
We don't have one of those yet.
Fertility gains. Right. So practice this with your partner as well. When you're coming in, come in with your base. The moment your partner touches anything, over, under. Oh, look, I got doubles. Cool. Shoot your butt back. Don't let me have it. Oh, oh. No matter what you do, there's a response. Okay? Maybe I got over under. Maybe I got double unders. Maybe I have an underhook. Maybe I have an overhook. Every single hold involves you finding base, and then everything that they do equals a takedown. Forever and ever and ever and ever. Ground. All right. Perfect.
That worked out good.
I got this. All right. Side control. I think we're cool. Okay. So what I'm going to talk about tonight is a couple of escapes from head and arm side control. So the email that got sent out or posted this afternoon is about the idea of somebody hugging you down. They're not in mount. This is the advanced class, by the way. If you have any questions about what's being taught, go to the fundamentals class. Okay? The fundamentals is going to run you through everything that we're doing right now. Right? So cross body or head and arm. I get you to hop down here and hug my head and my arm. Yes. Okay. So what this is doing is controlling my torso, and it's making it hard for me to get to my guard. Okay. What I mean is this: if I could hip escape away and get legs between me and him, this is a closed guard. Okay. Now, Here's a couple things to know. When I'm here, it depends on where his weight is. It's just like standing. If he's hugging really tight and rolling his shoulder into my face, I'm not turning this way. Just a heads up. It's not a thing. Don't turn to be able to turn your chin. It's not worth it. You can totally just go this way. So if he's hugging down, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Okay? There's always going to be an escape. You just have to be taught. All right? Super important that you understand. There's always an answer. You just have to ask. Okay? Don't just wing it. Like side control escapes and do like YouTube vortex for 3 days. Like, I got this. Just fucking escape. Trust me, I got your back. Okay, so depending on where his weight is going to dictate my escapes. All right, at least for tonight. So let's start off with neutral. Okay, so we're good. Yep. Pause here. Hold my head in my arm. Perfect. Now from here, what I've gone over a million times. If it's neutral, like you can really hug if you can mean it. Yeah, hug. Yes, but he's not forcing my head in a direction. He's not adding weight with a hip. He's not adding weight with a hip. He's not switch face. If his knees are neutral and he's hugging tight and his head can be nice and tight to me, it's still pain. From here, I can get my guard. It's perfectly fine. Okay? We're going to go over a couple examples on that. From here, what I'm doing is this. Your warm hug. I'm going to build a frame like I'm doing a hip escape. Your warm up. I'm going to reach for my toes like a hip escape. Your warm up. I'm going to hip escape. And if I can come in, okay? What you need to understand about this structure is there is 90% of Tim back here. Why would I bother trying to move 90% when there's 10% right here? That's what I'm looking to do. The arm right here is the only thing that's holding me in. So it's my whole body versus an arm, okay? Let's make that even worse. My whole body connected to the ground, and the ground is infinitely stronger than my body, is going to be against his arm, okay? So pause here, hug real tight. Okay, the elbow is all I'm dealing with. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start to reach for my toes between his shoulder and his elbow. It doesn't have to be high, it doesn't have to be low, but it can never be bent. Very common mistake is people will start to bend their arm to grab the arm. What I want is a firm connection. You feel that? It's like a katana. It's not straight and it's not bent and useless. It's gonna have a slight curve to it and it's reaching for my toes. What it's doing is it's taking out the slack between my body and his limb. It's just gonna go, boom, it's mine. When I move my hips, it moves with me, okay? So now I'm building my frame. My foot is just outside of my hip and I'm gonna start to shovel my hip out. That's created a massive space between me and him. I can use this hand, forearm on the hip line, just as a little bit of a guide, okay? When I'm here, I'm gonna start to slide my shin in. Now, if the person lets go, I'm gonna get to my guard. I'll hold tight, be real mean to me. They go, no, I'm losing this. Oh, I can't lose this. You're fine. Put your foot on your foot. You're gonna push both feet, you're gonna push the head away. So now from here, you're in an open belly too, guard. Yeah. So this is actually pretty good because you have a sweet little arm lock hanging out. Okay. So not only did you escape side control, you got an arm lock. All right, let's do that again. Bonus submission. So in advanced class, pretty much everything I show you ends with submissions. Okay. So no matter what is happening, there's always a submission at the end of it. Okay. So hold real tight. You mean it. I'm afraid. So I get my shin in. Now from here, he's still holding on. So my foot finds my foot. If I push now, I'm pushing in a straight line. What I want to do is I want to reach and curve his spine to make it weak. Now I've got an arm lock. His elbow is touching my thigh. I'm just gonna hold on to it. Done. This one time, we'll do it on this angle. Just here. So get you off on this side. Good. Pause here. How are we on the camera? We good? Okay.
Looks like it.
Yep. From here, I'm building a frame. I'll do everything without him in a second. I'm building a frame. I'm reaching for my toes. I'm bracing the hip line, and I start to hip escape, and his elbow moves with me. Okay? From here, my shin comes in. If he lets go ahead and let go. Fine. It's my guard. Okay? I do that again. He holds on tight. My foot finds my foot. And now I'm not just pushing, I'm gonna start to reach. Notice that his spine starts to curve. Now I can start to push his head away and I collect what he leaves behind. Okay? You wanna try this?
Yeah.
Here we go. Actually, no, sorry. Let me do it one time without you so that they can see me. Yes, sorry. I'm excited. Here, neutral. I've got all this weight on me. I can't sit up. I can't turn. It's bullshit. If I just start to do my warm up for the class, and I start to do my hip escape. My hip escape is going to be my escape. Okay? So from here, I'm bracing the hip line. This hand is reaching for my toes. My elbow is still tucked in. Oh my God, I'm doing a hip escape. From here, it's still going to be a katana. I'm never grabbing the arm. We're going to talk about a cool submission if the arm slips in a second. From here, I'm not reaching up. No matter what you're doing, have like a mantra in your head. Don't lift weight, add weight. Any point in time that you're bench pressing someone, that is a submission, okay? What I want you to do is add weight to the person, even if they're on top of you. Continue to add weight, and I'm moving away. The arm's coming with me and this space is opening. My shin shoots in. If I can, I'll just slide my body up. If I can't, my foot finds my foot, I push the head away and extend. Now from here, take what he leaves behind or I get the guard. Let's do that. Lay here. Turn your head just a little bit more this way. Perfect, Steve. All right, let's start to do your hip escape. 100%, come back. Start to do your hip escape. 100%, come back. Start to do your hip escape. Ah, it's getting good. Come back. It's getting good at this. Start to do your hip escape. Oh shit. Come back. Start to do your hip escape. Yes. Put your shin in between your knee. Yes. Continue to push yourself away. Yes. Ah, you got it. Come back. Hip escape. Pause. I want you to straighten out your left arm like a katana and make sure it's between my shoulder and my elbow. Yeah, a little bit lower. A little bit lower. Good. Perfect. Start to reach for your toes with that arm. Yes. Now, I'm a part of your torso, so it's not a limb. So pause here. Take out the slack forever. Okay. Just move your body now. Yes. Good. Come back. Do that again. Yes. Good. Put that shin in. Pause. Perfect. I'm never letting go. I want you to put your foot on your foot. Good. And I don't want you to overhook or anything. Just you're fine. Start to push my head away. Yes. Continue to straighten out your legs. Yes. Oh, there's an arm lock right there. We're going to go over the arm lock later. Perfect. That was good. Nice. Okay. So let's add on to this. All right. What ifs? There's a lot of what ifs in life. Usually I need a good submission. Pause here. What if, when I do this movement, his elbow slips over my body? Pause. Come back. The elbow just slips into a void. Yes. Stay here. Mind. Jesus. There's a smooth little Americana there. Okay? So, one more time. When I do the hip escape, pause where you are, boom. From here, when I'm reaching down, if his elbow comes over, slips. Perfect. If it comes out, yes. I'm just gonna come back. Okay? But if the elbow comes over and he's still kind of hugging on to me, he's not going anywhere, I have an Americana. My arm is reaching for my forearm. I'm going to continue in with my shin. And now from here, I'm just going to start to pull. Now, I can't let him fall to the side if I want this. So what I'm going to do is this. He pulled my back to hit me. My leg goes straight. He doesn't get to go anywhere. Okay, so roll over. No, if he's faster than me and he rolls over, I don't care. I'm on top. Okay, so when you do this motion, let's do this angle, please. Start to do your hip escape. The elbow slips out. This hand is going to be reaching in and grabbing onto my forearm. Okay? Hugged in snug. If he lets go, I don't care. I get my guard. If he doesn't, fine. My shin comes in. From here, cable gripping my hands together, pinching my elbow tight to my body. Mine now. Okay? Now, I can't let him go that way, so I'm going to raise my left leg to the ceiling and start to pull. Okay? Go this way. Yes. My shin rides in. Wanna try? Yeah.
Much as I can tell.
Walk you there. Come over this way, please. Pause. All right, start to do your elbow escape. I'm sorry, your hip escape, slow motion. Boom. I want you to reach in, grab your forearm. Yes. The forearm is still a brace on my hip line. Good. Slide your shin in. Yes. Now, you got that.
Yeah.
That's yours.
Yeah.
Pinch your elbow tight to your hip bone.
Okay.
Yes, you feel that.
Yeah.
I want you to straighten your left leg to the ceiling. Now there's a roadblock, and I want you to gable grip your hands now and start to pull, tap.
Wow.
That's yours. Okay. So now let's do that one more time.
Okay.
No, you're doing it.
Okay.
Do it. Never. Get off.
Okay.
Good.
Nice.
If I beat you by falling,
Right.
you win.
Either way.
There's no real downside to that. Okay. Ooh, got time. I'll show a fancy one. All right. So get your leg on head this way. Pause here. Move your legs. Good. So when I talk about head and arm, you have head and arm, short base. That means my knees are bent, my butt's low, my chest is touching. Okay? Good luck. Nobody ever stays there. From here, if they're grinding like that, there's millions of escapes. If they're low like this, there's millions of escapes. If they're neutral, millions of escapes. If they switch their hips, long base forward. If they switch their hips, long base back. There's always going to be a space that you can use against them. What if they switch? What if they go to crossbody? Long base forward, long base back, short base. Every single thing has an answer, has multiple answers and multiple submissions connected to it. Okay? So, we show the cool one instead. So, when somebody's hugging you down, if there's a space, don't use it to push them away. You're going to use that and you're going to fill that with violence. Okay? So, we'll get you to hop up, and I'm going to do that two-part. That's adorable. No idea. She's just over taking a picture. You just, if only you can see on here. Under the socks. Okay, so we're going to talk about their base and their structure, right? So if I'm like this is pretty good side to side. I'm like this, it's pretty shit. Okay? Now, if I go down to my knees, and you imagine big creaky toes on my knees, pretty good side to side. Pretty shit. Okay? Your base is the same on different levels. Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to do what's called a balloon sweep. At least that's the way I was taught it. And then Hickson came up with the SDU, and the balloon sweep was a completely different thing. And he just, everything's in Portuguese, and then when it goes to English, somebody else named shit. And I'm just going full Eddie Bravo. It's the truck. We're going to do the truck now. I'll get you. Just hop over here. Okay, and so pause where you are. From here, if he's neutral, I got a couple things I can do. Right now, if his knees are pretty wide, yes, he's pretty low. That's cool. It's going to be a little bit harder to do what I wanted to do, but you know what I can do? I can start to swing my legs. And I can take away his base because it's wide like that. Okay? What I want you guys to do, we're going to practice this one. Pause here. Put your knees together. Perfect. I'm going to take my elbow and I put it outside of his knee. I'm going to push off my left foot until my right hip bone touches his hip. Click. My hip bone's touching the hip, my elbow's touching the knee, and now I'm going to look over there and I'm just going to roll. I should be able to pause with my partner and look cool for the camera. Done. Okay? Let's back over this way. And that's fairly easy to do. Okay? Back. Your partner is neutral. They're going to practice with you. Okay? This is not a resistance test. They're going to put their knees together. Okay? Perfect. Let's turn on an ankle. Partner starts with their knees together. Put your elbow on the outside. Push off your left foot. Touch your right hip bone to his hip. Click. Push, push. You're going to reach. You're going to roll. You should be able to slow motion go with your partner. Okay? You can do that with me. And you can do it back and forth. Every time I do it, we're in the right spot. Pause here. Put your elbow on the outside. Good. I want you to push off of your left foot and touch your right hip on the line. Now, just almost. I want you to just lift your hips and I want you to, yes. That's perfect. Good. You're making a connection by taking out the slack and you're hitchhiking along. Okay? So there is a great skate called the hitchhiker. And it's one of my favorites that I used to use a lot. I use this one a lot more. Okay, depends on the person. So if I get you on this side, please. Just a quick heads up. I'm going to show you part 1, and that was part 2. Okay, part 2 is finishing. Right now, if I could just put my elbow here and just wiggle and wiggle and wiggle, I could just do part 2. That's a real thing. Some people just suck. Take advantage of them sucking at jiu-jitsu. So like really like be mean. You got me, you're holding me really tight. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, so you're a part of my body. If my body moves in the right way, you're going to be. Right? Not everyone is a fucking genius. Take advantage. Check, do a stupid check. I used to call it an idiot test. Yeah? Before you do anything elaborate, do an idiot test. You don't have to work. Just poke them and see if they fall over. Okay, let's do the first part just quick. Then we'll do it on this angle. Right now, his knees are wide. Okay? They're not together. Hang your knees down. Together. Part 1, you're going to learn how to inflate like a balloon. So, the indicator. Time, I'll get you to hop back and watch me. When I'm here, if he is pushing my face, I don't get to go that way. It's a pain in the ass. If my face is going this way, my spine's going this way, my hips are going this way. So why would I go that way? I don't want to fight. I want to be lazy. What I want to do is I want to make a connection to this person. Okay? I'm not hugging them. I'm adding weight. So both arms are going to be reaching for my toes now. Now from here, I'm looking this way anyways. I'm building my frame, and it's going to go, I'm going to inflate like a balloon. Okay? So one more time. I'm neutral. Fine. I guess we're going this way. Click, frame, pushing off of your back foot. What you're doing is you're sliding and opening your chest and pulling your arms back. Can I do that one more time, please? So for this, I want you to put all your weight back in your butt. Okay? Far back, far back, far back, far back. You can't do the move. It's really easy to go this way. You really need to understand that, okay? Instead of just doing, I need you to feel eventually, okay? So if his weight's back here, keep going here. If his weight goes all the way over here, crush my face, mean it every single. Fine. There it is. Let's go back one step, please. Pause here. His knees are very wide right now. My elbow's touching his knee way up here. I'm going to build a frame in this direction. Okay? That means my foot is going outside of my hip line. My knee is turning from that just for good behavior points. From here, I'm reaching down. So I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm not adding weight over here. I'm going to my toes. You feel that? Oh, yeah. All that weight. Actually, put a lot of weight on my shoulder. Yeah. So right now I can't turn my head. Now I can. Okay, that's a good test. Okay? Reach for the toes. Take all that weight off of you. Now, inflate the chest. The elbows come back, and I want you to slide. If their arm gets trapped up underneath, awesome. You got a whole bunch of other things you can do because of this. No, we're going this way. Whatever they do has a good answer. Okay? But let's do one more angle just so you can hear. Pause here. My partner's hugging on. His knees are wide, and I can't just do that one. All that weight's in the shoulder, and I can't turn in. So I build a frame. I'm going to connect to him, and I inflate. Now from here, I'm going to go back to where I started and do the first move. Okay? So here we go. Yes. Right. Pause here. All right. Nice and wide, and I say no. Yep. Good. Yes. And I want you to start to keep reaching and connect my arm to you. Mm-hmm. Yes. So straighten out that arm and put it between your legs. Yes. I want you to put your left knee on the mat. Yes. Pause. Let's go back a step. Instead of rolling, I want you to pull your elbows back and puff your chest up. Yes. Oh, well, that's pretty good. Okay. Now you're gonna go back. You're gonna put your elbow on the ground and you're gonna lift and you're gonna puff. Yes. Let's do that again. That was very good. Just a little bit off your camera and your head this way. Okay, remember what we did before. I'm giving this to you. Good. Yes. Yes. Go. I'm very happy. Good work. Okay. So that was fun. Let's add on to that because I got 10 minutes here. All right, we'll do that again. We're gonna do some what ifs. Pause here. When I inflate, there's a couple of different things you can do. So when I inflate, bump, put your head on the ground. All of his weight came over here, okay? Put your forehead just here. And I can't keep going. Yes. And all your weight's here, so I can't go back. It's a bit of a pain, okay? Can you check and see if we're on the camera? Because I cannot move. He is heavy. We're good?
Yes.
That's a lot of Tim right here. From here, I can't go this way. And it's over here. I can't go back this way. I'm gonna hold the shoulder and I'm gonna tip my body until my hand slides under. Then I'm just gonna make him look the other way. Now I'm just gonna thread the needle. Go up. And I end here. And this is a very bad place to be.
Yeah.
Let's do that over here. Okay. So again, I'm here. He's driving into my fridge. Everything is awful. Oh, by the way, the more he drives over here, we're going over here. We'll show that in another class. Okay. But right now, it's still plausible for me to go. Swoop. Ah, cool. Now, forehead's on the ground. I'm not able to go back. He's making it a pain for me. But it's not a pain. Okay. You're gonna hold the shoulder. When you hold the shoulder, all you do is rotate your body to lift the head. So you're not lifting, you just take out the slack, make it a part of your body. And you're just gonna do that little turn. Your hand slides. Now you're gonna push the head away. There's nothing in the way. All you're gonna do is thread the needle. So you just take a big dramatic step and come up in the place that I refuse to call Super Show. You're gonna give it a go now. All right, you just scoot back here. And hit towards here. Perfect. Okay, so this time, do the same thing. Reaching both arms. Yes, and I say no. Okay, I want you to turn your body, free your left hand, push my head down and out of the way. Good. Now I want you to take a big step over with your right leg and roll over your shoulder. Yes. That was very good. Oh, that's pretty solid right there. So now the last part. What if he posts his hands? I ain't good. Okay, I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I inflate. Now this time, post your hand up. Yeah, it's a reaction. Now there's something in the way. Put your thumb in the armpit. Thread the needle. Yeah, same as your Americana from the side. Your job is just this. So when I do this, he posts, I go fine. That stays there now. I'm on top. One more time, please. Towards the camera. When I do that, you're going to post your hand. Perfect. Bring your hand back. Come back to where you started. C-clamp in the armpit. You're reaching for your toes and doing your goddamn warm-up. Your left leg threads. And now you add weight. Okay? On top. All right. Hold back this way. We'll do the exact same. Good. Take your right hand, put your thumb in the armpit, reach for your toes. I can't come back. Slide your left leg under your right. Perfect. All right.
You can't tell those things are simple.
Yeah, it's your warm-up.
Yeah.
That's why they're simple.
Yeah.
So eventually your warm-up changes over time. Your warm-up in the fundamentals class is always going to be forward rolls, break falls, and standing in base. Backwards rolls, break falls, standing in base. When we get into the advanced class, we're going to be doing different kinds of hip escapes as a warm-up. Okay? Every kind of hip escape has a reason. And what you're doing is you're building a frame that can bear weight and add weight. Right? So if I was to do the one that we did just then, where I'm threading the needle. Okay. There's a lot of hidden mechanics behind that that need to be learned, or you break your neck, right? Because a lot of people try to get to their knees. If I'm here, like this, I'm drinking up, it kind of hurts. It kind of sucks. But if I was to build a frame, and I was to start to hip escape away, turn my head to the mat, thread the needle, build a frame, come up. You can bear weight, and you can, it's like a shit party. You find the couch and the dog, and you relax, okay? Find a comfortable place in hell. You're gonna find that with base and connection on the ground, all right? So we have 5 minutes, so let's make this as 5 minutes possible. So let's add a submission onto the end of this. So, pause here, head and arm please. From here, I'm going to build a frame, connect, inflate, perfect. Now from here, if I can go back, I will. When I go back, boom, I hop over, now right away, I step and finish with an arm lock. Because that person the whole time doing no. Shit. Okay? So the moment somebody is reaching out and doing what they're not supposed to do, you take what they leave behind. All right? So let's do that one time. You laying here, head this way. And I want to do this right here. Hold me head and arm. Good. From here, this is where we landed. Right away, I'm going to cup his arm. I start to lift the elbow. I clear his head and I step over. Now I can show you some really mean stuff about this. But for now, we're going to step and pivot. I step. I switch knees. Arm lock. Okay? So what I'm doing is this. Without him, this is a motion that you're going to do a lot of later. Okay? From here, I collect. I step. Okay? You're pivoting on your knees. You're just switching sides. Like a windshield wiper. Okay? So again, I'm here, head and arm, I lift, I clear the head. Now from here, I step and I pivot. The arm lock is there, okay? Now I'm gonna show you how to do the takedowns. You come over here, because it wouldn't be me if I didn't show you something mean. Okay, now I remember my instructor was doing something, he goes, how would you get it? I was like, how would you do? And I did the movie. He's like, oh, what? Why? So he's such a nice guy. He's like, oh. All right, so hold on to me. You got me. Don't ever let me get your arm. Drive your elbow into their lower ribs. You don't have to be nice. You're fighting. All right, it's supposed to be smooth and gentle. It's smooth and gentle to a point. And eventually, when you still put a thumb in your eye socket, it's like, give me something. It's this thing where jiu-jitsu and catch wrestling were two very separate paths. It's like, I'm going to hurt you as much as possible and use no technique. I'm going to use nothing but technique. It's all flowery and never hurt you. Jiu-jitsu, you two need to meet in the damn middle. For real. Shin locks. Oh, okay. Shin locks are okay here and there. Oh, I'm going to go even harder. I'm going to go upside down. Dude, find a middle ground between the two of you. I'm going to hurt him to get what I want. If he's hugging on to me, hug me tight. Use your hands. Go, never. This is kind of annoying, right? Says this. Oh, look what he did. I don't even have to do anything now. Just break it here. When someone flinches and does something wrong, that's them giving up their base. Okay? Take advantage of it. So there's a great move called the Badger, where if I need you to move, I need you to make it hurt. And you do something stupid, I take advantage of it. Let's take it. Sorry. All right, hold on tight. Be cool. From here, your elbow comes up, and it's just gonna drive into the ribs. When I say drive, remember what we were doing with the takedowns? Like this is just my arm versus your body, right? My body meets the arm. There's nothing fun. Okay. Now right away, I clear the head out of the way. It's not a very technical movement. Okay. All you're doing is like you're shining a crystal ball. Okay, so your elbow flares and you tuck the head. All right. Now from here, I'm going to step my leg over and I pivot my knees. I can post my hand for a bit of balance, and right away there's the arm lock. Now be careful with that because your knees are pinched, your heels are pulled in, and it's on before it's even close to touching you. Yeah. Okay. You want to try? All right. Sweet revenge. All right. Pause here. I want you to put your elbow on my ribs, and I want you to hate me. So put your hand, cup my bicep in your hand. Yes, a little bit more round. So higher up, follow my fingers. So give me your fingers. Yes, higher up. Good. Now you have a snug grip. I want you to put that elbow on my ribs and stuff and put everything into that. Yep. Okay. Now I want this hand to stay where it is. I want your elbow to come out and just say no and pin. Now step your left leg over and stop dramatically. Now switch the knees. 100%. Pinch your knees down. Yes. Weight down. Ah, nice. Very good. Nice. Okay, now let's do the whole thing. So you're gonna start here, head towards down, and you're gonna execute the escape and the arm lock. Yes. Yes. Great. Now collect your prize. Yes. Yes. You're fine. Very good. Whew. Okay. Very good, sir. Awesome. Okay. Any questions? You got any questions, sir?
I don't.
My ribs hurt. Oh, boy.
Good work.
Awesome, thank you.